Guys, what's going on? And happy Saturday to you. Welcome into the stream. And really excited to have you in. We got a jam-packed Saturday here. We got a lot of college hoops, got some NBA, NHL, Australian Open, huge UFC card. A lot of UFC fights going on tonight. We got a lot to jump into, a lot to get to. So we're going to start off with some DFS, right? Should be the last stream right now in Pennsylvania. So moving forward, guys, on Monday, be able to start sharing with you some of the links to PrizePicks and Underdog and whatnot. But very, very excited. So let's just kind of jump in. I got the positive EV tool with OddsJam already fired up, ready to go. And for the next hour, guys, we're just going to be powering through some bets, right? So at the moment, looking at 3-pick slips here, not seeing a ton for PrizePicks. We're going to start going kind of book by book. Just so I feel like, when we have all the books selected, it's kind of hard to kind of cook up a slip. So we're going to kind of see what's going on here. But PrizePicks, at least devigging the pinnacle here, guys, not seeing a ton. Not seeing much at all. So let's head over. I'm going to go over the Sharp Money tool. And I'm going to take a look at PrizePicks here to see if we have anything. So the thing here with the Sharp Money tool, these are low liquidity, low sharp money plays. Like we're talking under $500 for all these plays. So not like anything that's I need to race to go cook up any kind of slip right now at the moment. Let me go ahead and devig to FanDuel for a second to see if we can get any other options. Okay. So, really just one play that I would say definitely put on your slip, which is Miles Bridges, over 19.5 points and assists. But outside of that right now, guys, at least in terms of PrizePicks, nothing I really go and want to put together. If you were looking to put together like a 5-pick slip, these all have small edges. These are 5 plays devig to FanDuel that you can definitely go ahead and use. But outside of that, for any kind of 3-pick slip, I really can't recommend anything at the moment. And so we're going to move on over to Underdog here in just a few seconds, but want to pause for anyone that does want to put together a 5-pick slip on PrizePicks. Flex entry with insurance. This would be a slip that you can go ahead and cook up. But we'll see how it goes with the weather tonight, guys. I might be streaming here again tomorrow. If the flight gets canceled, I'm supposed to fly out early in the morning. First flight out in the morning tomorrow. But if the big snowstorm that's supposed to come, we'll see. If it comes, then we're obviously going to be back here again tomorrow doing it again. You can just tell by the background. If the background's white, I'm in Pennsylvania. If it's black, I'm in Arizona. So let's look at Underdog, see what we got cooking. CXX, what's going on? Orty, Wilbo, what's going on, guys? How are you? So again, at least devigging the pinnacle for Underdog. I'm always very mindful of wanting to cook up 3-pick slips. We don't have 3 options. If you wanted to go the 6-pick slip route, then we definitely do have plenty of options here. Depends on your risk tolerance, guys, and what you're looking to kind of do. But this Musa play here is very good. But let me see if we can get anything else. Irish, what's up? What's up? Appreciate you guys. Normally we're at 11 a.m. Eastern. Push this back 30 minutes, just so that the family could kind of spend a little time with one another. As like I said, I'm here, guys, just visiting friends and family. So appreciate you. I figured pushing this back 30 minutes wasn't going to be a huge deal. And so here we are. All right, so what do we got in the Sharp Money tool? Again, everything here thus far is just a little too low, guys. If we would see this maxi play at like $2,000 over here, then I'm interested. Honestly, on this under, only the DFS books have like lines posted for this maxi play. This game starts at 3 p.m. Eastern, so it's in about 4 hours or so. But not really anything that I'm really excited about. So let me switch this over to FanDuel, kind of see what's up, and move over. Yeah, same thing. So if you want to put together a 6-pick slip, options are a little worse here. 3-pick slip, there really isn't anything at the moment with Underdog. We're going to go over, we're going to hit a better, we're going to look at Dabble, we're going to look at DraftKings pick 6. And then we're going to look at, obviously, we've got a lot of plus EV bets to get to today. So let's take a look at better and see what we have. I'm sure there's going to be some really solid options. DVigging to FanDuel, guys, not the best, actually, for three-pick slips. You can put together this Marshall play. Clayton Keller is okay. It's a slightly negative edge. If you were going to put up one of those discounted slips on better, you could do that. But honestly, not the best. If you were going to put together maybe a 5-pick slip, you got something going on. So, yeah, not the best. I think yesterday for me, guys, all in all, for like a betting standpoint, it was kind of a nothing day. I think I might have made like $7. You know, I had decent action down all day long, but it was one of those days where, you know, not much happened. To Pinnacle, we got some, okay, so for Pinnacle, if you DVig to Pinnacle, some really solid options here for better. I'll just pause right here. All of these plays are good on 3-pick slips, but the George, the Lundell, the Paulo, and the Mobley play, really good for 3 picks. Obviously, better offers great discounts every day that you guys can throw together on some slips. One thing that I want to mention for my PrizePicks users. So this is something that's happened to me, and I want to make sure that I kind of, you know, if you don't know, if you are traveling, for myself in Pennsylvania, if you are going to execute a withdrawal with PrizePicks, you have to execute that withdrawal in a state that you can use PrizePicks in. So what do I mean by that? If I have money in my PrizePicks account and I fly back to Arizona, which Arizona doesn't allow PrizePicks, and then I go and try and execute that withdrawal in Arizona, I cannot get my money out of PrizePicks. So, in order to redeem your cash on PrizePicks, you have to make that withdrawal while you're still currently in the state that allows you to play on PrizePicks. So just a little tip there, guys, with PrizePicks, because I learned this last time when I was in Maryland. I flew back to Arizona, tried to make the withdrawal, and they wouldn't let me do it. Might be a new wrinkle that they've added, but I have to remind myself before I leave here today that I have to make sure that I execute the withdrawal. Over on the Sharp Money tool, again, lower liquidity for all of these NBA player props. What's going on, Saints fan? Good morning to you, my friend. So not like something I'm super excited about in terms of the Sharp Money tool cooking up anything on better. But again, DVigging the Pinnacle, solid options right here. These first 4 plays I really, really like. So, all right, there we go. Let's take a look at DraftKings Pick 6 and see what we have, if we have anything at all. No results are showing up DVigging the Pinnacle, which I was kind of expecting. DVigging to FanDuel, there's 1 result. Peyton Pritchard under on his 3s. Again, we need 3 picks. So the other thing that you guys can do for my Pick 6 people, really anyone at all, if you wanted to open up the low holds tool, make sure that when you're using the low holds tool, make sure you're using Pinnacle as your book. And then what you could do is you could just select the sports book. Go to DraftKings. Looks like we don't have any options right now. You can see there's 0 results. But this is where you can select some different DFS books, like better. And again, any kind of low hold plays are going to be really good. Anything that's maybe a percentage here is okay. It's not a low hold, but it's slightly negative EV. All right, let's keep it moving. No real DraftKings Pick 6 value at the moment, so that's fine. Let's take a look at Dabble. All right, we got 1 result right now. Anthony Edwards under 9.5 first quarter points. This is on FanDuel. So Ant under. So that's okay. Like, well, I mean, I would add it. Not like great, but okay. Let's DVig this to Pinnacle and see what we have. 3 results. And I would take you could take these 3 plays right here, guys, for Dabble. This would probably be the play that I would go. I know we showed Lundell earlier with better, but these would be 3 plays that I would cook up on a Dabble slip if I was back in the desert. Apologies, got a little congestion this morning. So the goal, guys, is obviously my flight leaves out early tomorrow morning. They are calling for a really big snowstorm. I'm looking outside right now, everything looks fine, but things can obviously change. So, you know, if I'm streaming here tomorrow, you'll see a white background. Otherwise, I'll be back streaming on Monday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern in Arizona. Back to 2 streams a week next week. Looking to really get back to the regular scheduled programming next week where we have 2 streams Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern time, and then, 11 a.m. on Saturday and Sundays. Obviously, next Sunday is going to be a weird one. No football. And we're kind of getting to that transitioning out of football on Sundays, getting back to kind of college football and college basketball, and NBA. So, but we'll still most likely end up doing an 11 a.m. Eastern stream on Sundays. Now that we're transitioning out of football, guys, we might maybe push it back to a noon Eastern. Let me ask this to OGs and DGens for Sunday streams, right? Because on Saturdays we got a lot of basketball that starts at noon. But let me see what we want here. Because obviously I listen to really a lot of what you guys have to say for Sunday streams. All right, so I want to hear from you guys. What do you prefer in terms of Sunday streams? Because, Sunday moving forward, guys, there's not going to be any more NFL. The Super Bowl is going to be obviously a later game. So I want to hear from you guys on Sundays. What would you prefer? We can keep it's normally been 11 a.m. Eastern, but just want to hear from you. What do you prefer? Let's see. We got Dabble. What else? We looked at DraftKings Pick 6, Dabble, Underdog. Which one am I missing here? I don't think I'm really missing much at the moment. Okay. Let's go take a look at the arbitrage tool, right? For my arbitrage bettors, obviously I'm in Pennsylvania here, so I got some Pennsylvania books like Sugar House, like Bet Parks, some Canby books. But looking at some different arbs, these are obviously for player props, but this Wizards-Hornets game, guys, starts in about 20 minutes or so. So check that out. Yeah, I'd say but yeah, I mean, I don't know. And I know you're the one in the UK, so obviously you're tuning in a little bit later. But obviously, I want to make sure that, we get the stream in before most of the games like to start. But I'm going to make sure, speaking of that, I want to log into my FanDuel right now to see what's up. I want to make sure I'm locked in and ready to go. But just want to hear from you guys because, again, you guys are my hardcore, my regulars. You're here every day. So, I want to make sure that the stream is kind of, curtailed to your preferences because you guys are the core. You guys are no doubt the core. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. Obviously, guys, with arbitrage betting, figure out what books, the first thing that I kind of like to do is I like to just come over here, select all the sports books that I have, that I have accounts with, just select them all, and then see where the arbs are popping up. We talked about this overtime book. I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to check back in with you guys probably early next week to see overtime because I'm going to look to sign up with them definitely while I'm in Arizona. I want to definitely try them out. So, and kind of see what's up. All right, so, all right, we're in there. Perfect. All right, so, check the sports books. I kind of see if any of them are kind of linking up with one another, right? Like I like to kind of scroll here, see what's up. Sometimes it's very random, guys. Obviously, you're seeing a lot of sports Zeno. See a little bit here with just the Celtics and the Bulls spread. If you see a play like this, guys, on DraftKings and MGM, load up and bet as much as you possibly can on these plays. We're talking NBA point spread plays here, guys. Even though these are a little further out odds, this is the NBA point spread. You might be able to wager a decent amount on MGM. You might be able to wager a decent amount on DraftKings and hit this up for a lot of money, right? Any type of mainline markets, money lines, point spreads, totals for the NBA, I can guarantee you could probably get down at least $100 on MGM on a limited account. You might be able to. And, which means if you can get down $100 here on MGM, or, for me, it's normally like $115. I can get $40 down on DraftKings. I can make $5 and change. Piece of cake, right? So definitely want to check that out. Or in this case, Polymarket and NoVig. These are two exchanges that you can just day trade. They don't care how much money you trade. The more you trade, the more money they make on their platform. So this could be in a great opportunity. Poly market and no vig. This is like the golden Bermuda Triangle right here. This is what you want to find. Arbs between exchanges are, you just nuke them, right? Laurie Markin in here, same thing. Poly market, no vig. Just absolutely nuke these because you know there's a ton of liquidity. This play here with FanDuel and Bet 105, this might be a mistake. I'm on FanDuel right now with Musa. There's no way. We're looking at what, rebounds right now? I'm going to try to hit this one up right now, guys, as we go on. It's at plus 146. And then I'm going to try to log in to Bet 105. I want to log in at the same time, guys, so I'm just going to try to log into both books at the moment and hit this ARB up, because if this ARB's out there, oh my God, this is so good if it's out there. This game's about to start in like 15 minutes. Let's see what we got. Just waiting on the code on Bet 105. There we go. Still out there on there. Great, 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 great. All right, let's look at this Hornets game. We're looking at what? Rebounds, player props. It's at 121 right now, which is still fine. Yeah, it's still really, really good. Changed to 124. Okay. All right, 50. Let's see if I can go 75 here. 75, 55. It's moving. Man, is it moving. It's going down, 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 down. So I moved a little too late on this one, guys. 1.5% ARB. I'm not going to hit this up now, but this was an incredible play that I was a little too slow to react to. Because you can see now it's not very good anymore, but we had a small window of opportunity. It's because this game's about to start in like 15 minutes, but that was an incredible play. But I was, again, a little too slow to hit that play up. But again, you can see this on the score and MGM, guys. This game's about to start in 15 minutes. Like, there's no better time to smash a play for a player prop when a game's about to start very, very soon. Player double-double here. Like, this is all on Musa, Champagny. Great ARB opportunities on the score, MGM, FanDuel, MGM, Fliff. Really, really, really good opportunities here. No Bet 105 that's offering this right now, which kind of stinks. But really good stuff. Wow. This is exactly, and these are all over 5% ARBs, and this game's about to start anytime. So, love seeing that kind. But that Musa play, I should have just bet it on FanDuel and then just, dealt with whatever we could get over on Bet 365. Yeah, ours took a little, definitely there's a lot going on, right? A lot going on, but there's a lot of real good stuff going on out there today. Looks like, all right, so it looks like, appreciate everyone that voted. Looks like the majority, though, would still prefer 11 a.m. Eastern streams, 1 p.m. Eastern for 27%, noon Eastern for 13%. So, 15 people voted. Really appreciate you guys voting. So, we'll stick to 11 a.m. Eastern on Sundays. It's no problem. Only time I would push it back is if, we see something else that maybe would be, games are getting pushed back a little further. But no problem at all. All right, so this Tyler Perkins play here. Sportzino and ProfitX. This would be a great play to hit up. This game starts in like 45 minutes. So let's see if we can hit this play up right now. Because this is, again, like to just showcase different ARBs going through it. So let me get into ProfitX. Let me get into Sportzino as well. And we'll hit this up. Now, again, we're talking about collegiate player props here, guys. So I'm going to probably keep this Perkins play at like $100. But even at $100, we might be able to make $10 risk-free, right? And with ProfitX, guys, ProfitX doesn't care. ProfitX doesn't care, how much money that you wager. So if you want to wager exact change, that's totally fine. So we definitely want to lock in this side first on Sportzino, because we know on Sportzino that, they're the ones that are way off on this play. So I'm just going to go to this Villanova, Connecticut play. And I'm not sure if I'm able to get this play, and I think I can on Sportzino. Villanova, there we go. All right, so over here on Sportzino, guys, we're looking at Perkins under 12.5 points. This is how I would do it, right? You just want to go over here to all, and then we're just going to go to player points, and here it is, under 12.5 at minus 110 odds, okay? So I would go in for, let's say, $100. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to PrizePicks, and I'm going to pull this play up here for Villanova. And we're going to come over here to points. And again, Perkins, we're looking for him on the over. Okay, a lot of money over here, so I'm not worried about this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lock this side in on the under 12.5. Selections aren't currently available. Maybe not. Let's clear it out. I might not be able to. Let's see. They might not take it. Yeah, they're not taking it right now. Okay, so then obviously there's a mistake on Sports Zeno for it. But this would have been one I would have loved to have hit up because there's so much liquidity here on PrizePicks. There's $1,500, so like no problem at all. In terms of, we know that we have plenty of time to go over there to PrizePicks and hit this up. Overtime, again, guys, this is an exchange that's recently been popping up. Definitely want to check this out, especially if you hit this up with PrizePicks. This is like a crypto exchange that's been showing, and I'd love to hear from you guys about it because this could be a new gold mine here on Overtime, okay? Where it's an exchange. You're hitting this up with another exchange like PrizePicks. This could be a really, really good time. They're flashing right here with FanDuel, with the Wizards, Hornets, Will Riley. A lot of really good opportunities over there. So you can see a lot of ARBs are chilling over here in the over 4% range, but we're going to keep it moving. But there's some really good ARBs in this Overtime book, guys. Check this book out. Let me throw it up here. So this is what it looks like, guys. This is called Overtime. Again, you can see where there's certain liquidity on certain plays. So if I go to Newcastle and Aston Villa, we go to like the over 3 right here. You're going to see that, again, liquidity right here, it's really small. Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see liquidity's right here, about $1,300 on this over 3 for this EPL match. So definitely check out Overtime because I'm going to be signing up for them. Maybe I'll do it after the stream because I'm very intrigued with what they have to offer. And they're flashing like crazy on OddsJam. So much is going over here on Overtime. So I'd definitely take a look. And see what's up with Overtime. Okay, let's get over to the EV tool. And let's take a look at, let's kind of reset the filters here. Let's go over and look at some NHL anytime goal scorers. What do we got? 3 results. Seth Jarvis. This play is a little low on the tool. But to score a goal for Carolina today, plus 190 odds FanDuel. Again, guys, anything that's above a 3% EV edge play right here is an auto bet for me. Anything that's like a 1.5 to 3% EV edge play, I kind of evaluate it, and then normally I bet it. Anything that's below 1.5% EV edge, typically I pass, okay? So not the best. It's just a little bit below what we want to hit up. But here's something that we can do, and I've talked about this past week a lot, okay? Over on No Vig, right? You can see that the best under price right now is minus 210. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try to set this up right now where I can hit this play, where maybe I could offer under maybe like minus 205. If I could get plus 205 over here on the Seth Jarvis play, now we're talking like over a 6.5% EV edge play. So here's all you got to do. Made a video on this on the OddsJam channel. We're just going to come down here to this Carolina-Ottawa game. I'm going to go to goals, and I'm going to go to Jarvis. Right here. Bingo. We're going to go to make, and then all I'm going to do is go plus 205, which means I'm offering the under 205. I'm just going to offer this for $100, okay? And I'm going to offer this for $100. And now if I get my order filled, I get my order filled at plus 205, right? So now I'm very, very happy. So I can come over here and say, yo, I got this play over at No Vig at plus 205 odds for $100. Maybe it's like plus 204 after I pay the commission. And what you can see right now is now my under is the best price being offered on this play, right? I'm offering the best. And I'm very excited if I get this order filled, even if it's at plus 203, plus 204 odds. We're talking a 6% EV edge play. I'm loving that, right? So that's how I like to look at these. When I look at these goal scorer plays, guys, I'm always looking at like, well, Joel Eriksson, if I could offer maybe like minus 265, what's plus 265 look for me? And that's like almost a 5% EV edge play. So creating markets on the exchanges, guys, is like we talked about before. I think it's a great strategy. You might not get all your orders filled, but the ones that you do get filled, you're going to be happy because you're getting a really good price. All right, so we'll come back over to NHL goal scorers a little bit later. Let's take a look at the UFC card tonight, guys. I'm just going to remove the minimum EV edge play. DVigging to bet online. This play here with Krylov and Bukakis under 1.5 total rounds. Pinnacle's taking $3,000. I would like to know, though, what's BetOnline taking? That's what I want to know. Because BetOnline is really my sharp sports book when it comes to UFC. And I want to know exactly what's going on when it comes to this. So let me find this fight. Again, I'm just logging in on my other monitor over here, guys, going over here to BetOnline and looking at the UFC fights. Looking at Krylov, Bukakis, and we're looking at what? The under 1.5. BetOnline is taking a max wager of $6,300. Okay? So no Vig's offering this at minus 111. By the way, can I get this at bet 105? No, it's minus 125. You can bet this at Pinnacle. So BetOnline is taking twice the amount of money that Pinnacle's taking. So I'm going to try to hit this up over on no Vig, right? If you guys are going to be able to beat me to the punch, that's cool. But the under 1.5 on this Krylov fight, what do we got here? What do we got? Where's the fighting at? I'm just going to come up here to the Spyglass and type in Krylov. It pulls it up, and we're looking at the under 1.5 right here, and it's telling me to wager $70. So that's what I'm going to do. $70 over here. I'm going to go take the under 1.5. There's about another $68 out there if you guys want this. I get the under 1.5 for Krylov and Bukakis. Very excited about that. So we hit this under up. It's a 2% EV edge play to bet online, which I really, really, really like. So there we go. Get a good price, guys. If you guys are living outside of America, you could definitely go bet this at Pinnacle. BetOnline's taking twice the amount of liquidity that Pinnacle is. I like that. Now, anything below this, guys, is pretty low. Michael Johnson, it's a 1% EV edge play on the money line tonight. You know, if I'm feeling frisky, maybe I'll take this. Pinnacle's taking $6K on this market. Again, this is on no Vig. Let me see what we got over here. What do we got? All right, so over here on this Michael Johnson fight, looking at him on the money line, BetOnline is taking $5,500. So for money lines, actually BetOnline's taking a little bit less than Pinnacle. So honestly, I don't like this difference in price. I'm just not going to bet this play. It's a low edge play. Even if it was good to BetOnline and Bookmaker, it's still too low edge. Right now, if we want to find out, like, well, what's Bookmaker taking, then this is, again, guys, where I highly recommend signing up for Bookmaker BetOnline. Just create an account. You don't have to deposit any money over there. Just set up an account just so you can find out what their limits are, right? That's really what we want to take a look at. So let's take a look and see what Bookmaker is. And again, on my other monitor over here, I'm just taking a look to see what's up. They're taking $1,000. They're taking $1,100 on this Michael Johnson moneyline play. So Bookmaker's taking nothing compared to this. But Pinnacle and BetOnline's taking a little bit more. So I'm just going to bypass it. But for the total rounds, there could be something here, right? Now for Derek Lewis, you know, Bookmaker's taking $4,200 on this market. Pinnacle's taking $3K. And for Derek Lewis, BetOnline is taking $7,700. So Pinnacle's taking $3K on this over-under. Bookmaker's taking $4,200. BetOnline's taking $7,700. So there's a pretty good gap here in what's up, right? So maybe for moneyline plays, you lean more Pinnacle, BetOnline as your sharp book. For the over/under total rounds, we lean BetOnline for our sharp book. But again, this is a lower edge play. You know, if you want to grab this, you can. You know, I might grab a little of this just because I want to, you know, I really only have a bet on one fight tonight, and I would like to bet a little bit more. But, you know, if you've ever watched Derek Lewis fight, he's kind of a knockout guy. So this could be an absolute bloodbath later. Everything else here, though, guys, is a little bit too low. So unfortunately, not a ton to see here for UFC at the moment. But appreciate you guys. Whoever took the rest of that no vig liquidity, I like that decision. Really, really good. All right, let's also take a quick peek at the Australian Open for the men's and the women's. D-Vig the Pinnacle, not much right now, but I don't know if this is actually Australian Open or if this is just another tennis match here. Bet365, under 21.5 games. Pinnacle's taking 6K on this market. This is definitely just a Bet365 market. If you guys haven't tuned in, Bet365 is back on OddsJam, baby. Love to see it. So Bet365 is back, which is really nice to see. And, able to get some tennis plays over there, which is really, really, really good. So that's all we have at the moment. Obviously, this time really of the tournament, guys, the matches are kind of dwindling down. There's not as many matchups on tennis, so that's kind of what's up. Dan, what's going on, man? How are you? Morning to you. So if you guys are just tuning in, we just checked the UFC fights. We're looking at the Australian Open. We looked at the NHL goal scorers earlier. We looked at DFS earlier. And before we jump into the NBA, which has a lot of good stuff with the NBA, and we got a huge college basketball slate because it's noon Eastern officially. So let's take a look at, really quick, I want to look at some NFL player props, and then we're going to get into college basketball, and we're going to get into the NBA. So we're just going to switch the league over here right now to football, and let's go like just the next 7 days. Here's what we got at the moment for the NFL for player props. Yeah, definitely. It's an excellent, excellent UFC card. I'm going to a friend's house a little bit later on tonight to watch it. It's going to be a really, really good time. In Pennsylvania today, I think the high is supposed to be like 14 degrees. The low is like 0. It's absolutely frigid cold. A great day to sit inside and bet and watch sports all day long. You guys can see right now, obviously, D-Vig the Pinnacle guys, RJ Harvey, anytime touchdown, Profit X. Something that I have to think about is even if I win this bet on Harvey, I'm not going to be able to withdraw the funds on Profit X until I come back over to here. But this is an ARB to Pinnacle, guys, RJ Harvey. I mean, I got to get a little bit of this, Profit X, for sure. I don't mind grabbing a little bit of this when it comes to NFL anytime touchdown scores. All right, what do we got? Okay. All right, guys, 150. I can definitely get in on that. It's a really good play. So we'll grab this right now. 150, RJ Harvey, anytime touchdown score, even though if this hits, I'm not going to be able to grab the $354 until I come back to a state that has Profit X. But there we go. We hit that up. I like that play a lot, following OddsJam's recommendation. This is an ARB to Pinnacle, guys. Pinnacle is normally has always treated me very, very well when it comes to betting anytime touchdown scores. So I don't mind getting a little bit of that over there on Profit X. Okay. Hunter Henry, guys, on no vig. This looks really good for the Pats and the Broncos. Again, it's an ARB to Pinnacle. If you guys want this over at no vig, you can do so. I'm not going to try to have too much of my money tied up right now in the exchanges for tomorrow when I'm not going to be able to actually, I'm hoping that I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I'm going to be back in Arizona. Looking forward to getting back in the sunshine. A lot of Canby plays, so I'm going to pause here at the moment for my Canby people. Stephon Diggs, Evan Ingram, Matt Stafford, all really good plays. I'm going to sign into Sugar House right now to see if I can get anything over there, because I'm definitely interested in, Diggs, JSN. Maybe I can get a little two-leg SGP going on with Stafford and JSN. I like that. I don't have a ton of money over there right now, so I don't know if I want to tie it up at the moment. But really, really good. Really, really good right here. These are all, compared to Pinnacle, all over 4% EV edge plays. Any Canby Sportsbook, guys, even if you don't have, Sugar House or Bet Parks, when I'm in Arizona, it's Desert Diamond, it's Bally Bet, guys, Unibet, Twin Spires. Hit this up. Devontae Adams, this is no vig, props builder, over 4.5 catches. Now Circus at plus 120, they're taking $1,000 here. D-Vigging the Pinnacle. All right, so they're at plus 108. So let's take a look at this Devontae Adams over on his catches. Let's get rid of the score. Ooh, look at this, guys. This is exactly what we want to see, baby. Look at this movement right now. Plus 131 all the way down to plus 108. Pinnacle's moving. They've moved, within the last 15, 16 hours. So I'm going to go over to Props Builder, right? Because, Props Builder, guys, Bovada, Bet Online, Bet XBet, Bet BUSR, Bet Now, Bet DSI, Bet Anything. Plenty of sports books that you can go get this on. I'm going to go over to Bet DSI, log in over there. Devontae Adams over 4.5 catches. I like the movement from Pinnacle, right? This game's not until tomorrow, but Devontae to have over 4.5 catches. Hoping to see some points in this Rams-Seahawks game. Dub Club, we're already on one side of this game. We already know who we're on over there. All right, so I'm going to go over to the player props here and hit this play up. And then we're going to go ahead and check out some college hoops coming up next, and then we'll go look at some NBA player props. So, receptions, Rams, Devontae, love this. They're telling me I'm just going to bet a smooth $100 over there. All right, we're in. In on Props Builder, Devontae, getting some catches. Love that. Really, really good stuff. This is just for regular underdog, but like seeing that. Some good stuff there for the NFL. Oh, wait a minute. What's up with Kalshi? RJ Harvey's now, guys, flashing over at Kalshi. That's a lot of dough, $3,700, okay? So play this, it's now a low hold. It's not quite as good of a price, right? Because we got it at plus 135. I would still take this over at Kalshi if you wanted to, guys. I know that's a significantly more money than what Pinnacle's taking. But again, I have a lot of history betting over at Pinnacle for anytime touchdown scores. I've had a lot of success historically, leaning on Pinnacle as my sharp sports book. I would be happy to bet this on Kalshi. By the way, both plays that I bet on the stream yesterday on Kalshi, both cashed. So, love betting this over at Kalshi. I don't mind this RJ Harvey. I know the quarterback's not playing. Excuse me. But I would still be happy to bet this, right? Stay within your means. Put a unit and a half on this. I'm fine with it. All right, let's take a look at some college hoops. D-Vigging the bookmaker. What do we got? All right, looking at more point spreads, particularly, guys. Overtime showing this on A&M. Man, I got to get signed up with overtime. Georgia, only $20 over here on Bet Openly. Guys, go bet this. Bookmaker takes significantly more money on point spreads than Pinnacle does. So that's what we're going to kind of look for right now, which is just point spreads. A lot of options right now. Bet Openly. Okay, we got some ProfitX plays. Anything that's above 2%, I'm pretty much going to bet this. $18, $16, Incarnate Word, Quinnipiac, go bet this. Arkansas State, I'm going to go grab this on ProfitX. I have no reservations or hesitations when it comes to going and grabbing these plays. D-Vigging the bookmaker, looking at point spreads, and then just going to grab some stuff. I have no problem. If it's over 2%, I'm grabbing it. Arkansas State, Georgia State, we're looking at what? Arkansas State minus 4.5. It's not that crazy. Plus 106 odds. They would have me bet what? $70. Okay. So 4.5 Arkansas State. There we go. I'm just going to go 75 because I like 75 a little bit more. There we go. Still about $86 out there for any of you guys that want it. We get Arkansas State minus 4.5. 2.5% EV edge play, D-Vigging to bookmaker. Very, very sharp sports book. I like using bookmaker a lot when it comes to college spreads. I'll definitely go over here and grab Quinnipiac plus 3 at plus 111. And even though it's not a lot of money, I'll grab it. There's what? Plus 112 odds. There's $16. Can I grab it? Not a lot, but we'll see if we can get it. There we go. We get it for $16 over on Quinnipiac plus 3. Again, just gobble up these little ones, guys. These little ones are just like, I think they're like Pac-Man. Just gobble, 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 and just keep going, right? I would definitely want to take a look at this. New Mexico State minus 8. $1,500 over here on Bet105. Pinnacle's taking $3K. Circus taking $2,200. Let me take a look to see what do we have over here when it comes to New Mexico State against Florida International. All right, minus 8. Just waiting for Bookmaker to load this play up for me so we could grab it. All right, New Mexico State -8. As you can see here, guys, they're taking about $5,100, okay? $5,100 over here on Bookmaker at New Mexico at -8. Pinnacle is taking, and they just moved their odds. They're at -102, so you can see it moved. It's not good anymore. Pinnacle's only taking $3K. So this play, because of the movement from Bookmaker, not going to bet this over there because it's not good anymore. But because it's all about price, guys, when it comes to sports betting. All about the price. But, again, they're taking more money on point spreads than Pinnacle is. Seton Hall, 2.5% edge play here. Again, I like to check Bookmaker when it comes to just, like, is it actually more money, right? How much is Pinnacle taking? They're taking $3K. Circa's taking $5,500. Seton Hall, -2.5. They're taking on DePaul. Little Big East basketball. Yeah, I mean, once again, Bookmaker is taking almost $11,000 on this point spread. That's significantly more than Pinnacle is. So as I mentioned before, guys, I like to use this. So this is what we're going to do. ProfitX No Vig. No Vig has a little bit more money over there that we can grab this at. But again, I'm only going to be betting about $70 on this play. So I can take the rest over at ProfitX. But we'll just go over at No Vig. Hit this up. So Seton Hall -2.5. And we're grabbing this at -2.5 plus 105. And there it is. And there it goes. And we'll grab it for $70. There we go. We get it at -2.5, $70 over at No Vig. Love seeing that. Get another really solid play where we're just grabbing this and going. And this incarnate word play, I was going to leave it out there for you guys if anyone wanted to grab it, but I'll go ahead and bet it. It's, like I said, it's $18, I think, out there right now, so I'll grab the rest of that. Let me go over here to ProfitX and grab this. And the best part here about the stream here, guys, is my dad and my girlfriend are in the other room right now talking behind my back, and I can almost hear everything that they're saying, which is hilarious right now because they think that I'm just only focused on the stream. And I can't hear anything that they're saying, that we'll have a nice discussion afterwards about what's going on. You know, they think they're real sly. Everybody has family members, you know, in your own family. You think you're real sly and slick and they can't hear nothing. But, you know, the walls here are pretty thin, whoever constructed this house. And you can hear pretty easy what's going on the other side. All right, so we're taking incarnate word +1, -101. There's $18 out here. And we're going to go ahead and grab this right now. So again, you could take them on the money line. I mean, no need to take them on the money line. Let's get the +1. Little insurance in here. And again, guys, these little plays on ProfitX No Vig that are under, you know, $250. These are auto bets. When they hit the criteria, these are auto bets for me all day long. All right, so we get that play. Florida State, same thing. A little bit below the 2.5%, but this is good. Florida State +11.5. SMU. Again, this is kind of, we know that the limits are a little bit higher, and we're just going to kind of rifle through these plays. +11.5, they would have me bet about $70. Again, there's not $70 to wager over here, but we'll grab this. Florida State, there's $49, so we'll grab this. And again, just real quick, you can see how easy it is with OddsJam, guys, to just rifle through these plays, get some really good value. So again, if you want to try OddsJam 1 week for free and then save 35% off your first month after the 1 week trial, and use code Billy35, and you're going to get yourself a 1 week free trial and then a nice discount after that trial ends. So $49.60, we're in on Florida State. And there we go. So a lot of college basketball right now. Georgia, +3. It's popping up again on ProfitX. Love this. +109. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't think there's a professional bettor here, guys, that's on the other side of this. That's like, yo, let's try to dupe some OddsJam users going after, you know, a small amount. I don't really think that's the case. So Georgia taking on Texas. Georgia +3. +101 odds, $68.06. Again, just kind of boom, 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 boom. These little itty bitty plays here, guys, take advantage of them. So I know I'm grabbing all the liquidity right now, but this is just to give you an example of what you should be doing if you have access to these exchanges, betting these types of spreads. Sportzino and the score, Milwaukee plus 5.5. I'm in on that. I'll go over to Sportzino right now, and we'll grab this play as well. Obviously, I'm pretty limited on the score, so I'm not going to go bet it over there. But we'll go grab this right now, and we'll bet it for about 70 bucks. I'm cool with that. Let me catch up in the chat really quick, guys, while I'm logging into Sportzino to kind of see what's up. Brighton and Fullerton over 2.5 cash, Irish. Let's go. Let's go, guys. A little EPL, right? A little EPL never hurts. Love seeing that. We're going to be giving out definitely more EPL, more soccer picks in the month of January, February, March. No doubt about that. Really been neglected, and so we definitely want to get after those. All right, so looking at Milwaukee, Youngstown State. Again, guys, Sportzino. If you're not limited on this book, this is a very easy book to make money on. We're looking at what? Plus 5.5 for Milwaukee. At plus 105 odds. Bingo. And 70 bucks. They limited me. Oh, no, they limited me to $57.14. That's fine. We'll bet it for $57.14. Uh-oh, might see my limits first starting to be introduced over here at Sportzino, which is definitely tough, but it is what it is. We get it over there. I'll still bet it for 50 bucks. It's cool. But a lot of good college basketball here. For my bet openly people, I don't have any money in the account, but go bet Cal plus 4.5 for $25. All right, let's look at some NBA player props. We'll first start off de-vigging. Let's to FanDuel and see what we got going on over there. Let's take a look. Okay. Whew. Catching up right now. Absolutely just rifling through some stuff. Overtime, de-vigging for NBA player props, de-vigging to FanDuel. Seeing a lot of value pop up with overtime, this new book we've been talking about. Derek White on player blocks, maybe on Sportzino, maybe this is something I go after. And again, if you guys are finding any value in the stream at all, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up button, send this to a friend of yours that loves to bet. Maybe they're struggling winning betting. Data-driven sports betting, guys, using a software like OddsJam, that's the path to profitable sports betting, no doubt about it. So do me a favor if you can, guys, only if you find value in the video. Definitely, only in these streams. Stream every day when I'm 100% not sick. So, and obviously I do apologize. Got some congestion, whatnot going on in my throat. So still kind of getting over from this past Monday. Kind of what's going on, but it's January, guys. It seems like everyone that I know is sick. So make sure if you are on the East Coast, guys, stay safe, stay warm, stay bundled up. Just kind of lock it in. This is a great day to be in PA. It's a cloudy day. There's not much going on. Lock it in. Make some money. Go through some bets. This is where in Arizona, it's a nice sunny day. It's warm out. You want to be outside. But in PA, guys, if you're in PA right now or on the East Coast, this is just a great day to just sit there and just kind of make some money. So a lot of sports, a lot of overtime. Here we go. Props builder, Daniel Gafford on his points, over 7.5. This looks really good. Looks really, really good. So the over 7.5, did FanDuel move at all? That's what I want to see. They did. And actually, Props Builder moved in the opposite direction. Now, this was a big jump by Props Builder and Rebet, which I normally don't like to see. But FanDuel moved, though. The book that moved the most recently is FanDuel. They moved from minus 106 to minus 118. So I would definitely take a look. I'm going to go over to Props Builder right now and hit this play up. Gafford over 7.5 points. Where is... I got to get back into Bet DSI. Where's Bet DSI? There it is. All right, so NBA points, Lakers, Mavs, and we're looking at Daniel Gafford. Now I don't know. That's a lot of dough. We'll go in for I'll go in for a 125 spot just in case the price works against us, and I don't like that movement against us. But I'll take this for 125, guys, over on Props Builder. Great to see that. Okay. Irish, no doubt. Just chill in the crock pot. Ooh, no vig. Derek White. Not quite an ARB. Now, Pinnacle's at plus 122, so this is where I like to click in. So here's the criteria, guys. Is this play an ARB to FanDuel or Pinnacle? No, it's not. Is it a low hold to FanDuel or Pinnacle? No, it's not. So now we're looking for line movement, okay? We're looking for line movement from a sharp book. Now, I don't buy no VIG's movement here because it's a peer-to-peer site, guys. So if someone posts high liquidity, it's obviously going to be pulled up. So Pinnacle's moving. Like seeing that, but they're at plus 120. FanDuel's just kind of chilling, but I'm okay with going after this a little bit. I'm okay with taking a little sprinkle here, right? I'm all right with maybe I don't go $130 on this bet. Maybe I go $70 or $80 on this play. That's fine by me. I'm cool with it. All right, where's my, and plus I only have about $60 left in no vig, guys, anyways. So Derek White under 2.5 made threes. All right. Whoa. For my Dub Club people, 39 points in this Washington Wizards game. And we're only halfway through the quarter. Let's go. Let's go. We're making money over here, guys. For my Dub Club people, if you know, you know. I'm very excited about this Wizards first quarter. Very excited about that start to that Hornets-Wizards game. That's excellent. Let's look at Derek White on his threes. All right, 3-pointers made. Mr. White. I only have $60.41, guys, so that's what I'm going to hit this up for. So I'm going to dump the rest of the money in the account. There we go. We get the under 2.5, and that's it. I'm completely finished. Let's take a look to see if anyone accepted my wager yet for that hockey play that we created. Not yet. Seth Jarvis, hoping to get this. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But we got this for $60.41. Again, guys, I'm a big believer in placing the bets in front of you so that you know that, like, I actually believe in this stuff. Like, I'm not telling you to do something that I'm not going to do myself. That's the whole idea behind these streams, is to not only show you how I like to bet and my process into the betting, but then I actually place the bets in front of you. Now, you know, Props Builder's an offshore book. YouTube doesn't like it when I place bets on offshore books right in front of you. So I get slapped on the wrist there. But when it comes to the no vig, the exchanges, FanDuel's, I'll place these in front of you guys all day long, no problem, right? What else do we got here? Anything really above 5% I'm interested in. Obviously, some more no vig over here. And I'll kind of pause right here. This is still really good plays here. PJ Washington, Jalen Suggs. Guys, if I had money in the account, I would definitely go over there and bet it, right? But we unloaded the clip today, and that's how it goes. But, man, really strong start to this Wizards-Hornets first quarter, guys. Dub Club, I mean, if any of yins are on the ladder, ho, baby, we're about to start this day off with some green in the bank account. That's what we want to see. Man, am I fucking fired up right now. It's a really good day. So we got so much going on, guys. And we're going to obviously go back and take a look at some NHL anytime goal scorers to see what's going on, see what's happening. But for right now, we're just kind of looking at some NBA player props. If you're just tuning in, we've went through the Australian Open, UFC. We've went through that. College hoops, we hit that up. We hit up some DFS plays. We're looking at NBA player props. We looked at NFL player props. The only thing I want to look at NFL player props is I want to take a look at some anytime touchdown scores. We talked about R.J. Harvey earlier. That looked really good. We got 3 results right now. We talked about this R.J. Harvey play. Kenneth Walker, guys, over at the Score. This is definitely one that you want to go grab over here. I normally don't bet the unders, guys, but if you want to, a little bit of money over on no vig on Devontae. Only $40, but you can grab that. Kenneth Walker would be the other one, guys, on the Seahawks-Rams. Over at the Score looks really good. I mean, there's a little bit of an edge here on FanDuel at minus 140, but really this is the Score only. So if you're limited like I am on the Score, still bet this. You might be able to remember, guys, on a limited sports book, this is like the most popular recreational market to bet on. You might be able to still get $50 to $100 on my limited Fanatics account. I can still bet close to $100 on player touchdowns for the NFL. All right. Let's see. Let's go Irish. Definitely need it, man. No doubt about that. So I'm already on this Harvey play of plus 135, but over at Kalshi, guys, this liquidity doesn't scare me. I would still go ahead and bet that. All right, let's go back then to NHL anytime goal scorers just to see if anything new has popped up. No, not at the moment. Same old, same old. I would not bet Bo Horvat or Joel Eriksson just because the edge is too low. Seth Jarvis, this doesn't quite meet it my criteria, guys, for FanDuel, but we'll see from there. Okay. All right, what else are we out here? We're almost at an hour, so I got to close up shop here, guys, in a minute because I got some more friends and family to kind of spend some time with. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We'll look at Pinnacle right now really quick for just some NBA player props. See what's up. Karl Anthony Towns is the top play here on Profit X. This is an ARB to Pinnacle. Interesting. I mean, I got some Profit X, though. I don't mind grabbing a little bit of this. Where are we at over here? So I'm going to go ahead and hit this play up, guys, for Karl Anthony Towns. This is Knicks and the 76ers. Plus 124 odds on his PRA, one of my favorite markets to bet on. Over 34.5 at plus 124 odds. Come over here to the PRA. Down here at the bottom. And we're looking at 34.5. And this over. Now, OddsJam's telling me to bet about $200. I don't have the stones to really do that, guys. But I'm going to take this for I'm going to go half of it because I think it's a good play. But again, Pinnacle's only taking $250 here. So I want a little bit of exposure to this play. So I'm just going to go in for $100 on Cat. But a very high EV edge play according to Pinnacle. So we're in there. Okay. Draymond, under on his rebounds. This is a low hold when the over on Pinnacle's at minus 130. The under on FanDuel's plus 130. The same number on the over and the under. That's a 0% hold by the sportsbooks. It's a very good play that you want to grab. That meets the criteria of, is it an ARB? No. Is it a low hold? Yes. So something that you definitely want to grab maybe over on FanDuel. Let's take a look at Marcus Smart on his points. This is an ARB to Pinnacle. Pinnacle's at minus 111. We got the plus 112. I got Sugar House loaded up here somewhere. I only have a few dollars left in Sugar House, but we'll throw the rest of it in there. I'm going to grab the over 9.5 at plus 112 odds. So let's do that. All right, so Marcus Smart. Again, guys, Sugar House is another one out here. Ooh, baby, look at this. 52 points already with 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. That's fantastic. Fantastic. That over looks really, really good for us. Really, really good over at Dub Club. Very excited about that. That's a great start to the day. So where is Mr. Smart? Over 9.5. I only have about $59, guys, so that's what I'm going to put in here. I'm just going to bet the loose change because I'm limited on this book. But we get it. I get it for about $60, which is really nice. So $59.84 on Marcus Smart, ARB to Pinnacle. Love to see that. All right, so we get that at plus 112 odds. Really, really good play. Lauri Markkanen, not an ARB, and it's not a low hold. It's 1 cent off to Pinnacle. But still, DraftKings, again, it's a little bit of a longer shot in terms of the odds, but it looks pretty good on the over 8.5 rebounds. Now, I like to see the line movement typically, but because this is only 1 cent off here, guys, I'd definitely be willing to grab this Markkanen play. Steph Curry, why would I bet this on FanDuel? Because FanDuel at the time now is offering better odds than Fanatics. This is an ARB, so this is all day long. I'm going to go over to FanDuel right now and maybe hit this play up. Let me log back in. Let's see what we got. All right, so over here on the NBA, we're looking at Steph over on his player-made threes. I don't know if you heard the other day, he went nuclear on threes, even in a loss. Over 4.5 threes, plus 120 odds. So for 5 made threes, that's all where you go right here, guys. Now, OddsJam's telling me to bet probably about $240, and they won't let me bet that over here. They'll let me bet 208. I'm not going to go ahead and fully do that, right? I'm going to go in for a 125 spot. Again, I like to go a little conservative sometimes with the player props. Maybe I'm too conservative, but we're going to still grab this. This is a 9.5% edge to Pinnacle. and it's an ARB to Pinnacle. And I'll always bet ARBs to Pinnacle all day long. And while we're at it, we're going to grab Draymond as well, under on his rebounds at under 5.5. So the under 5.5 boards. Let's hope that Steph makes a lot of threes. Draymond doesn't have to grab many rebounds. Where's this at? $74 is the max they'll let me grab this. And so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Grab Draymond. 2 ARBs to Pinnacle. Those are 2 really, really solid plays that have a very, very high edge. All right, guys. That's where I'm pausing the stream. I need an oxygen tank because I'm out of gas right now. So here's what's basically going to happen. My flight leaves early tomorrow morning. If the snowstorm of the century comes, then I'll be streaming here tomorrow. If there is no stream tomorrow, then you know my wheels were up and I'm in Phoenix. I'll obviously tweet out if there's going to be a stream tomorrow. If I do get back to Phoenix tomorrow, then the stream will be Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. We're going to be attacking the books. Again, back in Arizona, we'll be hitting up DFS. We'll lose no vig and profit X, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. And just, hopefully you guys have an absolute day. Let's have the best day of our lives betting today. Enjoy all the action, guys. And if nothing else, I'll talk to you guys on Monday. Take care.